Okay, so yeah, should be recording now. So I just finished the Deadly Assault. However, I noticed that I had kind of forgotten to do the threshold simulation. So if you don't know, threshold simulation is sort of like anomaly arbitration in Star Row, although a bit different than that even. Really just like a boss rush. Um, However, your characters cannot repeat between any of the stages. So, it's very good to have a large roster of built characters, whereas if you don't have that, it can be a little bit more difficult. So yeah, this first enemy we've got Wandering Hunter, which Wandering Hunter is pretty good for uh, this team here. And next up we've got a Physical Fire, which I normally like running something like this team for that. Uh, then next up we've got this one, which I like running something like this one. And then we also have the which I run Miyabi for. So yeah, if you also remember last time, you get scores for each individual stage that are added up, so you do want to try to bring your best to every single stage. I won't have either Val, so we'll just take attack up. This one will have either Val, and that one's normally build up root. You know, something like this team could actually be a little thing. I will run the Fire Bamboo for it. Yeah, I'm curious how this team will do, so I want to run them first. And I need to check a few things about my Yatari before we run that team. You know?
Yep, yeah. Spinning wave. Hurts, don't it? Resistance is futile. Let's finish the job.
Drinks flowing, wind blowing. Hey, let's have some fun.
In pursuit. Such provocations don't go unanswered. Now presenting the dance of death. Pierce through the net. Surrender.
Being happy's what counts. This party is just getting started.
The pressure's on. In the vortex, there's no escape. Give them no rest. They're coming too. Yep. Dance with the tide. Enemies of Section 6 shall pay. got your back.
Get anomaly proc? There we go. So yeah, that anomaly proc is the disorder, so it will definitely kill. And there. Not too bad for that team, actually. I thought that that team would have done a lot worse. So yeah, this should be one of my stronger teams here. This one is just a lot of newer released characters and all meta and everything, so that team's kind of one of a meta team. They're not really like if you want to get Skyline, one more. There we go.
Frozen spirits, countless swords in harmony. What the heavens? Radiant clouds. Got one for complaints. One side, two side, three.
Yep, I'm gonna be able to get a Vow Eel. Energy. It didn't get cut off in a second.
I'll be fine.
Yep, does this.
Frost glistens. Radiant clouds.
If you don't know, you can use this to basically get
Rinse the
off
heavens.
the enhanced Q2 with Yishwangguang. So, even though I technically did not start that Yishwangguang with Q1, I started it with the like swap in version of Q. You can get off Q2 by doing that. So yeah, with this team, pretty straightforward. Way that it works. I don't recognize this. Is this Bringer? I couldn't tell from the picture. If this is Bringer, this team will absolutely decimate Bringer. I don't know why I'm Yabi. I not need to do that, but
Weakling.
oh, it's the. This team also doesn't do too poorly into these. It's just I do poorly into these. That's for some reason. The double archers are really annoying because they have very strange attacks for my brain. This is the way my brain works.
Please watch closely. This weight is for you alone. Guess what my umbrella can turn into? Evade.
Doing a little Sokaku attack with those.
It's over.
Okay. This part's not too bad.
How about that? Press forward. Awaken.
And there.
My blade is already.
I'm pretty bad at fighting them, but I've kind of gotten used to it at this point. There's only so many times you can mess up on fighting those before you're just ready for whatever. You can either run Yadhari or Manato in this. I'm just running Yadhari because I assume my Yadhari is stronger, but let me double check that she has the right equipment on. She does not.
No matter where we go, meeting you is the real reward.
I'm here.
My dream seems to have become a reality.
Can I change my Yadhari equipment here, or do I
No
have to
matter
exit?
where we go, meeting you is the real reward.
Okay, let me see. Hold on 1 second.
I'm here.
Just need to
My
equip
dream seems to
some
have
right.
become a reality. No matter where we go,
Hey, I can do it
meeting
now.
you is the real reward.
I'll show you my
Let me
My
make sure that
dream
you got
seems
that
to have
equipped
become
now.
a
Okay, good.
reality.
So yeah, you can give Yadari Minato's signature. She can use it pretty well. Actually. And now we are in a good spot. Yeah, the way this team works is Jufufu is going to be acting off-field automatically. You're going to have to occasionally swap in Lucia, but go ahead and start off with E there. And Lucia E. And then you just hold down Dori's basic attack, and then there we go. I actually messed it up somehow. Okay, we need the adrenaline. You hold basic attack, and then tap E as soon as you get hit. Do that. I guess you technically don't need adrenaline for it either.
As far as you go. Don't worry, this thing will do.
Back to sleep.
Time to clean up. Now you will rest amidst the ice.
You just want to Idari ult whenever the enemy is stunned. Yeah, if you have your adrenaline built up, which is the energy for extra characters by the adrenaline, if you have that built up, then you can get the enhanced basic without having to get hit.
Here we go.
Let's see, that one is going here. Yeah, you want to always try to parry that. That's all you really have to do. Okay, then we want to try to get up the Lucia ult while I'm here.
Rest in peace. You asked for it. The next page
And we get up
is
another
ending.
Idari ult.
Clean it up. Here we rise.
The story ends here, into the frozen abyss. Huh?
Pretty, right?
Yeah.
Thing.
That's as far as you go. Noise, be gone.
Idari is a very strange character to play. I won't say she's difficult, but the way that you
Rest in
actually
peace.
do things with her is very different from a lot of characters in this game. It's not just
You asked
brain
for
dead, button mashing, remember your combos kind of thing. You gotta
cuties. Crush them.
basically spam the same move over and over again, but the way that you activate that move
A
is
little
different.
robotic.
Which is this move right here. Like basically all you want to do is just spam that over and over again, because that's where all your damage comes from. But the ways that you get that move are like very different depending on the fights and everything. So.
That's as far
Yeah.
as you go. Rest in peace.
But yeah, I do like Idari. She's just very different from a lot of characters. But yeah, I actually kept messing up the Icicle Crash. I believe that's the name of them. There, which you basically get to it from holding down her basic attack and then tapping E, as long as you either have full adrenaline and haven't been hit, or if you have no adrenaline and you want to use it and you get hit, then that will also trigger the Icicle Crash, as long as your charge is full as well, because you gotta like hold down the basic attack until the charge is full with your hammer, which is indicated by the bar underneath the icon there. So yeah, it's really interesting. For me at least, because it just feels a lot different than most other characters in the game. So yeah, your score actually comes from this fight as well. Let's see. Now we've got a few more things, and then we'll have the final node. So with this final battle, you're definitely going to want Yishun Guang. I think you're going to bring your strongest team to the final one of whatever character works for it the best, which in this case is definitely Yishun Guang. So ignoring physical resist is going to be really strong. So I think this is the best one. Yeah, I think this one for Yishun Guang. However, there's one that was very good for Seed and Orphe, which is this one here. Well, really, it's specifically good for Seed. However, this boss is actually a boss that you always want to bring Anomaly for, because it's really weak to Anomaly, so... There we go, and then you're gonna want to bring a physical rainbow of some sort, probably Gunbu. Even though my Gunbu is not high level, it still applies anomaly application that I want to get out of that. Then for this one, you want to bring Yishun. The last one is you, which is another physical weak enemy. I'm kind of out of built physical characters. So you also have ice weakness here, so I think Miyabi will work fine. I think you have to have you, but I think also Astra actually makes sense there. I really want to try this stage first because I'm curious about how this one will go.
Get off my beach! Now!
Well. Yeah, actually this team is really bad into this. I actually think brute forcing this is an option. And the way you brute force it is with Seed and Orphe, actually. This is going to be the most difficult stage, so I want to try to take care of it first. Okay, never mind. I just got absolutely... I was literally playing flawlessly, made one mistake, and instantly got evaporated. That was insane.
Oops, I can't really control my strength.
Like, that wasn't a flawless gameplay moment, but like,
Not over yet.
Second party. Lock.
Captain and I got this.
Unleashing maximum firepower.
Aim for the head, Senior. Suppressing.
Tactical strategy. Scorcher!
Affirmative. Oops, I can't really give him a full salvo, Senior. Senior.
Lock on.
Not over yet. Let's treat him to that.
Initiating devastating. Homing barrage. Fire.
Come say hello to my suppressing.
there you go. That time I played much worse than the time before, but still cleared.
An opening. Leave it to me. Shift. Chin. Dust. Obliterate form and spirit. Release. The weak spot is here.
Don't take him head on. Reverse shockwave.
Breathe.
Wait.
Okay, we can maybe get off this floor. Okay. Oh, we did get rid of it also.
Run.
But yeah, it's always gonna do that roll around move. You cannot hit it during that,
Allow me.
but it can hit you. Doesn't hurt. Surprised that held basic didn't finish it off. It lived with like 20 HP, so few kicks got it out of the way after. Okay, this stage should be pretty straightforward. It's just pretty simple. Jane team.
Like that.
Jane's like pretty good in AoE, but they get separated like that a little bit. So
Oops. Sorry. Spinning wave. Hit him where it hurts. Now presenting the dance of death.
Ready for a fiery feast?
just get that dodge. I'm always worried about that one because that one hurts if you mess it up.
I'll help blast your troubles sky high!
Dance with the tide. Found your weakness.
How about this? Brighter than fireworks!
Catch him off guard. In the vortex, there's no escape.
This party is just getting started. Too much good time.
Gliding into the wipeout a little bit. But yeah, not my cleanest Gene gaming moments, but pretty good ones. Let me make sure that I did all the stages, because I'm not entirely sure on that. Yep, that is all the stages. Now for the showdown. So yeah, this boss is another kind of annoying boss, but I'm pretty good fighting it. I'm having to fight at a time.
Forward! Turn around! I'm in charge now. I'll be fine. Free as the skies. Got one for complaints. Frost spreads. I cut through the darkness. Radiant cloud. Split the heavens. Intercept! Seal! Have a rest, Miss Zhao.
I see edge.
Frost glistens! Radiant cloud! Got one for complaints!
It's kind of annoying.
Spot an ethereal! Shout for help! The verdict is...
Oh, this.
unforgivable! Out back! Frozen spirit! Countless swords in harmony! Frost glistens! Split the heavens! Rolling thunder! To date. I call this move Funny Slash Combo. With frost rains, I rise to the night sky. Watch out! Frost glistens. Radiant cloud. Let this sword array send
Yeah.
you away. Hey! Yeah! Yeah! Intercept! Hey! Out back! Frozen spirit! Countless swords in harmony! Frost glistens! Necessary for victory!
I thought I could get off another additional one, but I think I fell too early.
Got one for complaint. Hello? This
And maybe should have just saved the dial-in thing for a guaranteed Q2. Oh well. That's fine enough. Should still be a decently high score so far. Okay, so the final node is once again one that you're going to be wanting to bring Yishlong and Dialin for. So now you got to figure out where the rest are going. So this one is definitely a Seed Orphe moment. Which of those two I have here, although I'm probably not going to run Goleta. One I think could be Sandby, which my Sandby team would look something like that and that for now, for sure. This one, I think you just bring in Yishlong. And then I actually do like Miyabi into this. Then who are my stun agents that I have remaining? Guess you make the most sense, huh? And once again, I do think this team is probably my weakest, so I will go with them first. Not my weakest in terms of strength, but my weakest in terms of my performance playing this team is probably going to be bad. So, we need to start here. Yeah, bringing Miyabi into a enemy designed to be defeated by Rupture Agents is not the best idea. But it is possible to do. You can still break through with Miyabi if you have pretty heavily invested in Miyabi like mine. Might need to turn that one off.
My blade is already.
3 to this 3.
Let's ride away! Purging slash!
Okay, I did hit you.
It's over. Keep off my feet! Now! Watch out! Got a summer surprise! Here to sign for it? I see it. My blade is ready.
And yeah, I would say that's kind of a okay matchup for Miyabi for one of the Rupture ones. Yeah, it's still a minute 20s. It's a lot better than I thought that would do, honestly. I compare that to the last bonus stage I did. Took me a few attempts. You know what I mean? Okay, so now for the boss rush. So I really do like running Fufu in this team as the stunner, even though Dylan also works. It's just Fufu gives them both a ton of crit damage, which they take. I also like running Fufu in
Homing barrage! Fire!
Sandy teams for the same reason.
Not over yet.
So my seed is M1 W1, my Orphe is M0 W0, and my Fufu is M0 W1. Few different costs with this team. It's kind of one of my more expensive teams that I'm running. Anyway.
Great move, Orphe.
Order received. Boosting firepower.
So you want to try to ult with Seed during the boss stun windows because Seed does a lot of damage. And then you can swap during the punch, but I'm just kind of slow on that reaction.
Tactical strategy. Scorched earth.
Oops, I can't really control my...
However, the boss is still dead. This team is also going to be one that I'm not good at because I am not going to be good at playing it, and also I completely forgot that my Pulchra is not built, but she's kind of not here for stunning, she's just here to apply her debuff that makes it where enemies take a little bit more damage from aftershocks.
Copy.
This will cost extra.
Did you do nothing?
Right on cue.
Okay.
It's time. What you deserve. A sound strategy. Off balance. Now you pay.
Dodged a little sus.
What you deserve.
It's been a while since I played Sandy.
Right on cue. It's time. Resolve.
You know, for a character that's like got a pretty significant portion of their kit locked behind the ability to properly dodge, I just need to work on my Sandy dodge.
Watch. Don't blink now. Mind the voltage. Let our souls resonate. Flip the switch.
Gotta keep the claws sharp.
Keep focused. What you deserve. Right on cue. Wide open. It's time. Loyalty.
There we go. That was some of my worst Sandy gameplay, but it's fine. We got what we needed. And then this team is literally just keep each one on the field and try to give her as much buffs as you can, despite not running proper stunners. But
Rest, Schiffer.
I got you. This stage is mine.
Channel.
should give you a lot of sheer force. Yeah, look at that. I actually somehow wasn't able to find that. I was holding it because I didn't shoot.
Breathe.
Or I didn't get any this time.
Cycle of yin and yang. Out decree.
My pan popped up on me as soon as I did that.
Like a shadow.
Breaking through.
Evil shall return to dust.
I don't think my pan is actually built.
Breathe.
Drawn from countless legends, melodies, and dreams.
Shun, the time is right. Crank up the heat. Ah!
Channel. Swift yet still. Release. Dust. Breathe.
Yeah, even with pan not being built, he still provided the buffs they need to provide. So now for the final stage. So yeah, I think last time in the simulation I was around top 11%, so I'm kind of curious where I end up this time. I think that's mostly because I went back and redid a lot of the stages.
Frost strike. Stand down.
Again, on this fight a little bit, sorry.
Icy edge. Radiant cloud.
Defying order will suffer eternally.
The Qingming's might rends the heavens. Intercept. This must be the mission. Frost reigns. I rise to the night sky. Radiant cloud. Split the heavens. The Yeshunguang of Yunquai Summit, breaking all illusions! The one for the verdict is... unforgivable! Dial 2 for a track if you spot an ethereal. Target spotted. Don't underestimate the stick! I call this move Funny Slash Combo. You'll be fine. Forward! I'll back you. The Qingming's might rends the heavens!
Yeah, if you don't know why I'm doing that with Dylan rather than just resetting the enhanced state, it's because that Q2 does so much damage. I think it has the highest damage multiplier of any move in the game.
Seal! Break!
So you want to try to make sure that you're getting as many Q2s in a fight as you can.
Receive judgment. Forward. Judgment time.
The line is drawn.
What's the heavens? Frost glistens. Dial 2 for a chat. Premium. Let this sword array send you away.
Defying order will suffer eternally.
Frost spreads. I cut through the darkness. Radiant clouds. Split the heavens.
The Qingming's might rends the heavens.
Boss kind of running around everywhere. I need to make sure that I get this off before.
Hello.
And
This
then
is the end for you.
yeah, there's a little over 100,000 points for that one. Yeah, it turns out if every single time whenever you're in your enhanced form, if you get off the Q2, it does so much damage. So it really adds up in those fights that are just timer based like that. And yeah, with that, apparently we are in the top 15% currently. Which, yeah, not too bad, I think. It's not the same as, I think I got like top 10% threshold simulation on the previous one's release, but I played it on the release day, so less people had done it. So I think that's kind of more impressive to have 15% now, after a lot of people that would have done it have already done it. But, I mean, we can still go through. Yeah, I got top 6% after the ending of the previous one. Yeah, I don't see a way to update that. I guess I can put that there for now. But yeah, we're gonna do a few more pulls on the Suna banner for now. Once I get to 20 petty remaining, that's when I'm going to be ceasing my pulls on this banner. Still, there's a character that I really want, but if I get Suna on the way, that's cool, and if I lose 50-50, that's a little bit more ideal for me. Well, that guarantees that I have another one of these lying around, and I have two. So we're going to be at 25 remaining for now, which is fine with me. Yeah, I don't really recommend people build pity unless you're kind of like how I'm building pity, where you're building pity on a character where if you got that character, it wouldn't mess up your pooling plans or anything, because I currently don't really even have any pooling plans, so... my main pulling plans are get M6 Miyabi, which isn't really a 100% plan. It's mostly just waiting on there to be a character that I really want. I wouldn't mind Yishun M1, but if I'm going to be building pity on a banner, I'd rather do it on a banner where I'm going to get a new character, if anything, so that way I can try them out and stuff. And Suna's a support, so she can kind of fit into way more teams than the rest of the Angels. Even though a part of me does want to pull Arya on the next banner because she's an anomaly agent, and I want to try to have all the anomaly agents. I missed out on Alice the last 2 times that she was available, so I'm trying to also redeem that here in the future because I do like Alice. I have her on my free-to-play account that I don't really play on anymore, but yeah. That was the Threshold simulation finished for now, so I think it was pretty simple and straightforward this time compared to the previous one. I think the main thing with the previous one was that it was just really long. There was, I think, more stages in the last one than this one, but I don't know. Is this the previous one, or... No, I think this is the easy stage, but the easy stage remains the same. The hard stage got reset. But yeah, to get the other ending, you have to play through it again, which I will be playing through Threshold Simulation again in the future to redo all my scores and improve them. That's what I did with the previous one. I didn't record that second run through, but I might next time, just to show kind of what I did. Because I went from having like a score in the like 250s to like a 400k score. It was a pretty big upgrade, so my Threshold Simulation ranking went up a lot. I went up to the top 6% because I sat down and tried to optimize my play to the best of my ability and everything, so... And had much stronger teams. Like, that was way before Yasha Wang came out himself, so I brought her into it, which definitely improved the scores a lot more, just from her being so much stronger. But, yeah, overall, I think that the mode is still really fun, and stuff if you have a lot of characters. If you have less characters, it's going to be a lot more difficult to try to fill in the teams and everything, and then you've also got to make sure that you've got the right archetypes and all that kind of stuff, which even I had slight issues with a little bit. Like, I brought this team for the Hugo fight, but it ended up working out anyway. But yeah, overall, pretty solid and fun mode. So yeah, I will end things here for now. Guess I'll see everyone in the next one.